Hello, good day everyone. Our first lesson is about factoring polynomial using the greatest common monomial factor. Before we proceed on that, let us first review the greatest common monomial factor. Paano ba tayo kumuha ng greatest common monomial factor? Example, pagka ang nakalagay sa set ay 2, 4, and 8, kukunin muna natin yung mga prime factors. Ang prime factor ni 2 ay 2 times 1. Ang prime factor ni 4 ay 2 times 2. Ang prime factor ni 8 ay 2 times 2 times 2. So, kung makikita nyo, yung 2 ay common sa kanilang tatlo. And that is the greatest common factor dun sa 2, 4, and 8. Another example is 3, 6, and 12. Kunin muna natin yung mga prime factors. Ang prime factor ni 3 ay 3 times 1. Ang prime factor ni 6 ay 3 times 2. Ang prime factor ni 12 ay 3 times 2 times 2. So, kung makikita nyo, ano yung common? Ang common factor ay 3 at wala nang iba. So, that means that 3 is the greatest common factor. Next is x squared, y cubed, xy squared, and x squared, y. Ipo-prime factor muna natin sila. Ang prime factor ni x squared, y cubed ay x times x times y times y times y. Tatlong y. Si xy squared naman isang x at dalawang y. Si x squared y naman, isang x at saka, dalawang x rather, at saka isang y. So, ano yung mga common sa kanila? Una, parehong may x. Pangalawa, parehong may y. Okay, meron pa bang common? Wala na. Therefore, ang greatest common factor sa kanila ay x, y. Ang next example natin ay 2xy squared, 4x squared, y squared, and 6x squared y cubed. So, ipo-prime factor muna natin ang bawat isa. Ang prime factor ng 2xy squared, 2 times x times y times y. Ang prime factor naman ni 4x squared y squared ay 2 times 2 times x times x times y times y. Ang prime factor naman ni 6x squared y cubed ay 2 times 3 times x times x times y times y times y. Ano yung common na una nating nakikita? 2 is common. Another is x is also common. And then, another is parehong may y. But, meron pa tayong natitirang pareho. Meron pa tayong parehong y. So, naging dalawa ang y. Therefore, the greatest common factor is 2xy squared. Naging y squared siya kasi dalawa yung y. Kung mapapansin nyo, class, in terms of variable, ang greatest common factor ay yung variable na may lowest exponent. So, in terms of x, meron tayong x, may x squared, may x squared. Ang may mababang exponent is x. So, x is the greatest common factor in terms of x. Kay y naman, meron tayong y squared, another y squared, at saka y cubed. Ang mababa, ang exponent ay si y squared. Kaya ang napunta sa GCF ay y squared. Now, let us now apply that. Paano ba tayo mag-factor ng polynomial using the greatest common factor? Example, 2x plus 8. Kukunin muna natin ang mga prime factors. Si 2x, ang prime factor ay 2 times x. Si 8 naman, ang prime factor ay 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 is equal to 8. So, the common factor here is 2. So, yun ang ilalagay natin common factor. Pagkatapos kunin ang greatest common factor, let's draw a parenthesis. Okay. Now, paano natin nakuha si x? From the first term 2x, i-divide natin si 2. So, 2x divided by 2 is equal to x. Then, copy the operation. Next term is 8. 8 divided by 2 is 4. Then, close parenthesis. That is now the factored form of 2x plus 8. Another example is 9m minus 3. Ano ang greatest common factor ni 9m at saka ni 3? So, we have 3. Next is 9m divided by 3 is equal to 3m. Minus, copy the operation from the original given. Next term is 3. 3 divided by 3 is equal to 1. So, that is now the factored form. Next is number 3. 5x minus 15y. Ano ang greatest common factor kay 5x at saka kay 15y? That is 5. Let us now divide. 5x divided by 5 is equal to x. Minus 15y divided by 5 is equal to 3y. Another example is 16x squared y plus 12xy squared. What is the greatest common factor between 16x squared y at 12xy squared? Unahin muna natin si 16 at saka si 12. The greatest common factor between 16 and 12 is 4. Between x squared and x, the greatest common factor is, pipiliin natin yung may mababang exponent, and that is x. Between y and y squared, the greatest common factor is y. So the greatest common factor of this polynomial is 4xy. Now, let's now divide. 16x squared y divided by 4xy is 16 divided by 4 is 4, and x squared divided by x is x. Now, y divided by y is 1. And you don't need to write that 1 because that is invisible. Then, copy the operation plus. Next is 12xy squared divided by 4xy. 12 divided by 4 is 3. X divided by x is 1. So you have 3 times 1, which is equal to 3. Then y squared divided by y is y. So the quotient now is 3y. That is now the factored form of 16x squared y plus 12xy squared. Ang lagi niyong tatandaan, dapat sa natitirang term sa loob ng parenthesis, walang parehong variable. Doon naman sa numerical coefficient, dapat walang common factor. Okay, so let us have another examples. Number 1, 4x plus 8. The GCF of 4x plus 8 is 4. So 4x divided by 4 is x, and 8 divided by 4 is 2. Next is x squared y to the 4th power minus 2x cubed y. In terms of numerical coefficient, wala tayong GCF kasi ang numerical coefficient ng x squared y to the 4th power is 1. Sa x naman, ang x na may mababang exponent ay si x squared. Sa y naman, ang y na may mababang exponent ay si y. So, the GCF is x squared y. So, x squared y to the 4th power divided by x squared y is equal to y cubed minus 2x cubed y divided by x squared y is equal to 2x. Number 3, 5m to the 5th power n to the 5th power minus 20m cubed n to the 7th power. In terms of numerical coefficients, we have 5 and 20. So the GCF is 5. In terms of m cube ang may mababang exponent. And in terms of n to the 5th power naman ang may mababang exponent. So our GCF is 5m cube n to the 5th power. So you have 5m to the 5th power n to the 5th power divided by 5m cube n to the 5th power is equal to m squared minus 20m cube n to the 7th power divided by 5m cube n to the 5th power is equal to 4n squared. Number 4, 21a to the 5th power r to the 8th power plus 35a cube r to the 7th power. In terms of 21 and 35, our GCF is 7. In terms of a to the 5th power and a cube, our GCF is a cube. In terms of r to the 8th power and r to the 7th power, the GCF is r to the 7th power. Therefore, the GCF of that polynomial is 7a cube r to the 7th power. 21a to the 5th power r to the 8th power divided by 7a cube r to the 7th power is equal to 3a squared r plus 35a cube r to the 7th power divided by 7a cube r to the 7th power is equal to 5. Next, number 5. P squared QR cube R squared S plus P cube R to the 4th power S to the 12th power. In terms of P, the GCF is P squared. In terms of Q, since nawala tayong Q dun sa second term, that means that we have no GCF on Q. In terms of R, ang r na may mababang exponent is r squared. And in terms of s, ang s na may mababang exponent is s. Thus, our GCF is p squared r squared s. So, p squared q cube r squared s divided by p squared r squared s is equal to q cube plus p cube r to the 4th power s to the 12th power divided by p squared r squared s is equal to p r squared s to the 11th power. In dividing the variables, you just simply subtract their exponent. Parang katulad ng s to the 12th power divided by s, the answer is s to the 11th power. Recall the laws of exponent. Okay, I hope you understand everything about the lesson on factoring greatest common monomial factor. Congratulations everyone and good luck